everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Wow. How about the set? Whatever it's going hands without band. Wait. So I have not seen the film, to be honest with you, but I've heard it. And there's this thing about changing the world, I'm not kidding. So how many people, wow. How many people, is there anybody who didn't watch the show in elementary school? Because, your space-time continuum didn't enable that. You watched it in Russia?
It didn't air in Russia. That's our only excuse.
That's a pretty good one, though. And you, sir, yeah, really didn't.
I'm just too old.
Yeah. I was saying your space-time.
I was in the Air Force whenever you're joking about.
I almost joined the Air Force. What did you do in the Air Force?
Computer programmer.
Yeah. So we're safe. No, we're good. Well, you guys, Jason's not here, but you probably saw him mentioned. These guys came to me. I'm just fascinated by the whole thing because, as I said, I put my heart and soul into this thing many years ago. I am of a certain age, grew up with the supersonic transport. Has anybody ever heard of this? The United States was going to build a supersonic airplane to compete with the Concorde, but people decided it was just too heavy on gas, just cost too much fuel to fly it, and it was largely subsidized, by the European, by Airbus. But then, so that was canceled. Then Detroit came out with the Ford Pinto. It's funny to you, even and you've probably never seen one like in the metal, I would say in the flesh, but it's more of a Terminator reference. Yeah. Then Chevy Vega. And then, for those of you who are interested in the details of space exploration, we are still living with the Nixon doctrine, which was essentially to take what was an international effort, NASA, to send people to the moon was a big thing, to make that just another line item in the domestic budget. But the irony for us at the Planetary Society is NASA is the best brand the United States has. So we advocate to fix that, and we're all buddies now with people in Europe and Japan, Japanese Aerospace Exploration Agency, and I don't know if you follow it, but Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, had a big success with MOM, Mars Orbiting Mission. And so I claim that if we were to discover life on Mars, which is the likely place to look, it would change the course of history. It would change the way each and every one of us feels about our place in space and what it means to be a living thing in the cosmos. And you all are part of that. I just can't get over it. I mean, you guys, you watch the show, like, wow, cool. And so, really the hardest work, I think, is yet ahead. At least ways for me, and maybe for many of you, because climate change, and of all these climate deniers that are just really slowing things down. On November 1st, everybody, National Geographic is going to air a special called Bill Nye's Climate Meltdown, which has me in it. You guys, I really hope you watch it. We got young Nick, where is he? My agent, there he is. Nick is buddies with Arnold Schwarzenegger. So ladies, I'm just saying. So we got him, Arnold Schwarzenegger is the therapist, and I am on the couch, right? And you are suffering from climate change grief. And I say, climate change grief, that's not even a thing. It is a thing. And then it goes along for all, there's little vignettes. He goes, hasta la vista, Billy. That's going to be cool. Is anybody from Canada? Any Canadians right on? Oh, by the way, hey, can I just say, you like the suit? Yeah! You like the bow tie? Yeah. This is the new bow tie collection, which comes out on November 10th. And there's the designer, Nick Graham. He said, I've never heard of Nick Graham. Yes, you have. He invented Joe Boxer. There he is. Speaking of Nick, and there's two Nicks, that Nick. Speaking of Nick, the Canadian $5 bill features the space program. They have, they've cut their space budget and so on. But I was just in Canada at the tar sands. I don't know if you've heard of this in Alberta. It is just extraordinary. It is like, don't ever do this. Wow. Destroying the forest. The oil companies now harvest more lumber than the lumber companies. And they just scrape away the topsoil in the forest to get to this tar. It takes about 30% of the energy in the tar. It has to be burned to make the stuff pumpable, this bitumen, and it's just extraordinary. And then that stuff gets burned, making more carbon dioxide. So, as I say, I was just in Canada, we have to skate the deniers off the play. If you know about the game of hockey, you smash them into the boards. That's what we got to do. Check. We have to check. And we can do it. I think we're that close. We're at a turning point. And then a few days later, on Tuesday the 10th, these things they always do them on Tuesdays, my next book comes out. Which is about climate change. That's undeniable, yes, that's this year's book. So has anybody gone to dental school? Is anybody a dentist? Anyway, I just wondered, because looking back, I think going to dental school and becoming an oral surgeon and pulling teeth is not only easier, really, than writing a book, I think it's a lot more fun. It's more fun than writing a book. So speaking of fun, thank you all for coming. My many thanks to all of you. Thank you so much. How many people are not from New York? Wow. I mean, okay, who came from the farthest away? Who's from Arkansas? Alaska. Wow. Hawaii? Right on. Well, you're here for autumn in New York. All right, the crowd's getting a little wild. This is great, you guys. Thank you so much. Let's support space exploration. Advancing space science. Keep looking farther and deeper to look for signs of life. And let us all work together to find sources of renewable energy. There's enough renewable energy in the United States to power it 5 times over. We just have to exploit it. So together we can, dare I say it, change the world! Now there's some details.
Hey, thank you. I got a transponder talking. Okay, we'll see you in a minute. There you go. Thanks, everybody. So here's the situation.